Hello and konnichiwa, this is part 2 for the RX-78-2 Gundam Earth Colour. And last time we built the head and the body. And now for this time we're just going to build both of the arms because they're basically just a rinse and repeat. So I might as well do that in one part. So, we're going to need runner B. I'm going to need parts 13 and 14 from runner B, which is these two parts right here. If you can see that on the camera, I do very well, hope so. Parts B, 13 and 14 need to be cut off, of course. Notice how I did the little pull off and we got that sprue. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to use my nippers, or cutters if you will, and pull it off. Just like that. So that is part, hang on, that should be B14, yes. So this other part we're going to cut is B13. And what B13 and 14 do is they merge together to create the ball joint that should plug in as the shoulder, but to have the arms be able to move up and down we need to cut out a part known as PC3, which is this part right here. But we're not going to cut out both of them, no, we're just going to have one of them. And what you're going to want to do is, according to the instructions here, it says you want PC3 to have the flat part facing down when you're clicking B13 and 14 together. So you're going to take B13 and plug PC3 into that hole there. That creates our joint piece here. And then you're going to use B14, my apologies. If I call these two parts PC, I very well apologise. But you are just going to want to click them together, and that creates your shoulder, which is a very nice shoulder, because this is a shoulder that's going to have the 45th anniversary logo sticker put on it when it comes to that. It's under the instructions here. It will be, wait, hang on, are these water slide decals? These might be what? No, these say stickers. So that is sticker number 1 on this sheet. But we are not going to do those stickers until we have built the entire kit, because I'll do applying those decals as probably a short video. So I'm going to need the C parts, because C is the next bit that we're going to need. We need 2, 3 and 6. So those will be here. So we're going to need 2, 3 and 6. So 2, 3, 6. These 3 parts here. So I'm going to go ahead and take 2 off first, considering it's the first in the chain and it's the closest to the left. But then I'm going to take 6 off because 3 and 2 plug into 6. And 6 is part of the most common joint in any Gunpla that you're ever going to buy. Any Gunpla that is more than likely, sometimes, well, I've only built 1 entry grade kit, so I don't know if it's in the entry grades yet. But considering I have built 5 high grades, that was just so I could get used to the hobby, I know that this joint is the most common elbow joint in all of Gunpla. So that is, you're going to want to take C2 with this gap facing downwards, grab C6 with these 2 prongs on the left. You want to slide C2 to the bottom one, and then you're going to put C3 in the top one, but make sure with C3, the back of it, this back piece here, points away from where you're plugging it in, so it kind of lines up like this to create that perfect joint shape. Just going to have a quick sip of my drink. It's always good to keep drinking while you're building things, because you're going to get quite tired from rinse, repeat, pick up apart, cut it off, pick up apart, cut it off. But one thing I can say now is that I do not think building Gunpla for me will ever get boring, because it gives me something to do, sit down, have a little rest, do some Gunpla. And also it kind of gives me content now. So, woohoo! Thank you, Gunpla, for giving me content. But now you're going to want to take C7, which is that bit there, but also that bit there. I'd recommend taking off that one though, because that forms one side of the joint. You want to pull that right off, and pretty much make it to where the prongs line up with the holes of your combo part, so it slots all in together like so. I say I've built 6 Gunpla kits, but I've also built other kits. Like I have built 5 Blockies Transformers Classic class, 2 Galaxy class, 1, 2, 3, 6, 12, 18 Shining editions, but that includes the yearbook ones, and then 1 Action edition, which is Megatron, which I have sitting above me that way on one of my shelves, which I have a lot more than just model kits displayed on. I have a lot of things that I like to display, like Marvel Legends, SH Figure Arts, Figurized Standard. Oh yes, I also have built 2 Figurized Standard kits. Dragon Stars, Lego Marvel things, Transformers, like mainline / Studio series. So at the moment the main line is Age of the Primes, but I've got some of the stuff from like Legacy, War for Cybertron trilogy, that sort of time. Then I've also just got some other miscellaneous Transformers, like the movie release Optimus Prime, I've got it quite far back, but I have the Studio Series 101 Scourge. But enough of that, let's get back to building the kit. I'm trailing off here. If I ever do trail off, I'll try my best to put in a timestamp that just says I go on a little bit of a tangent, skip to this part if you want to keep seeing the kit being built, with a little sorry text as well. But I'm going to cut out number B18. Number B, how dare I? But B18, part B18, that's what you're going to want to cut next. So you're going to want to pull off B18. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to grab your little C-made part here and take it. Make sure this lip is pointing up. You're going to make sure, on the instructions it does tell you how to slide it together, but what you're going to want to do is make sure this part of the piece here curves around these pegs. So, much like that. And then now we are able to cut B15, which is this part here, and you're just going to use that panel to close up the exposed joint parts, which is a good idea. when you get into more complex kits, like real grade, master grade, perfect grade, that sort of thing, those do have the inner frame you need to build, and then you need to put all the panels on. Or you build the inner frame of one part, then you just start panel. With the high grades, the arms mostly do have an inner frame, but the legs and the torso and the head do not. So what you're going to want to do now, you're going to want to grab both B12 parts, which are, you're going to want to grab 2 of these 4 B12s, and you're going to want to take them off of those little spots there. And this is going to allow you to put some coverings on the exposed joint a little bit and just panel it up a tiny bit, and then in which that will be covered up. I've had this kit stashed away for a while, considering I did buy this back in October in the Gundam pop-up shop in Camden. That goes away in March. So, if you're in the UK, get there while you still can. Because when I was there were practically no exclusive items. I literally didn't get a hand on anything except for the pin badge and the exclusive card, which you get with every purchase. Pepsi Max Cherry. Wish they would sponsor me, but this is kind of my first kit, so dunno. Not product placement, by the way. I just drink Pepsi because I do like Pepsi, but I'm not product placing whatsoever. Next I'm going to need B10 and 11. I just have to make that clear because I'm displaying products, but I'm not sponsored by these companies to do this, by the way. I'm doing this out of me wanting to show my hobby. So I need to grab B10 and 11, which are these here. You get 2 sets of them because they're obviously 2 arms. Most of the second arm is literally just going to be a rinse and repeat of this, but just backward. So the second half of this video is going to be quite boring, but if you do ever want to build this kit, it is good that if you do ever want to buy a kit, always look for videos about it first to see if it's actually what you think it's up to be. So you're going to want to take this piece, you want to slide it on there, like that. Make sure this bit goes around the back of the joint, so it follows the elbow. And then you're going to want to take this, make sure this crease is poking outward, and you're going to pop that on there, like so. Then you're going to plug this in the hole here. So that's literally going to cover that up for you. So yeah, as I was saying, you are definitely going to want to have to look into the kit before you buy it, like I did with the entry grade RX-78-2. I watched at least, how many was it, 5 videos on it? So, pardon me, 5 videos on it, so I would recommend definitely looking into a kit before you buy it. If you see this is I think it's actually a Gundam store exclusive. Like, it's either a premium Bandai / pop-up shop exclusive. So I'm very lucky to have this, considering I do not think premium Bandai ships in the UK. So you're going to want to take C13 and C4, which is C13 and C4. Yeah, C4, I know. You're going to want to trim them off. This is for the hand now, by the way. If you couldn't tell by the shape of C13, this kit does not have articulated fingers, but it does have swappable hands. I usually equip open hands unless I'm having the kit hold something, but some kits don't come with alternate hand parts. So you're going to want to take these two parts and clip them together. Make sure that all the inside framework stuff lines up. Again, this room is very echoey and I do apologise for that. So you're going to want to pop that in together. Then, since I'm going to use the open hands, I'm going to click that in there pretty much. It's a very loose connection. And, oh, I've just seen a overhanging piece, so I'm going to clip that off. So I've got rid of that overhang piece, but I still have to cut another hand, which is C5 and C10, which is C10 there and C5 here. C5. I'm going to cut off that one so it looks even. So I'm going to cut off C5 and then C10 like so. And that's a hand for if you want to hold like the sword and the beam rifle, and the beam saber is the sword. So you're going to want to take this almost creasy lumpy piece, slide it into the hand, just make sure all the stuff lines up, and that's what you're going to get. So I'm going to put that fist off to the side. And that's one arm done, so this should be about the halfway point in the video. So we've got that there, ready to go. Again, I just want to double reaffirm, neither Bandai nor Pepsi are sponsoring me to put their products in my video. Not even the company that sells these model pliers, these model kit pliers, are sponsoring me. I have no sponsors for this video. Just thought I would just reaffirm that once again. Because some people might be like, oh, your video's sponsored. Why didn't you put a link in the thing and that, this, that and the other? And it's, my videos aren't sponsored. This is my third video. If I had a sponsor, I should have at least 10,000 subscribers, which I don't. I only have 140 something, which is still good, but yeah, it's very good. 140 subscribers, actually, it's amazing. Thank you to everyone who's subscribed, and if you're not and you enjoy my content, please do. I know every creator goes like, oh, subscribe to my channel, this, that, the other. It's like, only subscribe if you want to, if you enjoy the content. I'm going to get into the second arm now. So it's pretty much the same as before. You're going to cut off pieces 13 and 14, which are these two. You're going to cut them off. And it basically pretty much pieces together the same as the other arm. So I'm not really going to show you piecing it together until there are unique pieces, which there doesn't seem to be any. So this allows me to talk about other things. So we've got 5 more kits lined up, I believe, after this. You're going to just popping off PC3 here, the other PC3, which needed to be used. Then you're going to put it together the same as you did the other arm, which is like so. So yeah, there are 5 other kits coming up. And the next one will be revealed once I release the retrospective cover of this kit, where I actually rate it. Because so far I'm quite enjoying the building experience. It's a basic build, but it's not boring. If this were to, say, be your first kit, it's quite involved. It's quite an involved build. You do a lot to piece it together. But, again, the stickers. I wish the pieces that are stickers were colour separated. Like, on the entry grade, the V there on the crotch plate is colour separated. But on this, which came out, the original version of this, I believe, came out in 2021? That is, I believe, that is not definitive. Hang on, wrong side. Let me check. The original version of this kit came out in 2015. That makes more sense. This is a 2015 kit, like the body build. Really, this kit came out last year, 2 years ago now, I believe, like 1 or 2 years ago now. But, you know, this kit is a good one. Just cutting out pieces C1, 3, and 6 for the build. So C1, C3 is C6, right? Yep, still C6. There we go. Sometimes you don't even have to use the nippers, or cutters, I should be saying. Because sometimes people call them nippers, other times they call them cutters. You can tell that my way of rating kits is very similar to how Mecha Goikotsu does it. Definitely go check him out. He's a great kit builder. Yeah, Mecha Goikotsu is like the king of Gunpla, in my opinion. Hang on, have I put this on upside down? I do believe I have. That was very silly of me. I have put these parts upside down because I am not focused. Yeah, make sure when you're building this type of joint, don't put the parts on upside down. I beg of you. Because when you do that, you've got to re-pull it apart again. And that is not fun. But either way, this is a semi-involved build, a semi-just relaxed day, kind of, I want to sit down, I want to chill, I want to do something that gets me comfortable. And especially if this were to be one of your first kits, this is definitely a good way to go. Like, a high grade or entry grade are a good choice. The entry grade version of the RX-78-2 actually is a great choice, considering it came out 5 years ago now. It's 2026. Woohoo! Happy New Year, everybody. But considering it is 2026, and those kits released 5 years ago, entry grade has been around for 5 years. Oh my god. And I bought the kit last year in February. So it's been about a year since I started building Gunpla. But I've decided that only now I want to start doing it as content. I did do content before this, but I thought, I don't really enjoy it. It's literally just rinse, repeat videos. So what part is that I need? B17. So I need to cut out B17. It really felt like I was just repeating the same content a bunch, and it started getting boring. It was just, okay, I've got to release more videos. Hang on, let me just quickly make stuff to just put out. I did initially start, and I mean initially, start with gaming videos. But then it got to a point where I didn't really have the time to film that kind of video, considering I am still technically a child, but technically not. So it took me, because I was starting to do a lot of changing in my life, and it started getting more and more tiring. But now I've come back a year, over a year older, started my channel back in really 2018, 2019. I really started making videos. But I then decided, no, I don't like that style of content anymore. I'm going to go into something that is just me showing off my hobbies and what I like to do. Wow, it's gotten darker since I started filming, because I'm filming all of these back to back, by the way. I'm literally taking like a 10-minute break in between. So really, I'm still filming this on, actually I'm filming this on Wednesday the 14th of January, actually. You might not even see that. Hang on, this video should still come out in January, but it'll be later January. I believe the next part will probably come out in February. Ooh. But yeah, it's not been very long at all. But it initially started out with me making gaming videos / like story videos, I guess, kind of. But then I switched to something that I enjoyed a tiny bit more, which was I started doing reviews, kind of like I'm doing today, but different. Like, there are some things that I've got on my shelf at the moment that I reviewed about, I don't know, 4 years ago. Yeah, probably about 4 years ago now it's been, because I reviewed for my 2022 or 2021 New Year special, because I used to do like special videos at certain times. I did the entire What If wave of Marvel Legends, and the first What If wave, not the newer one. I haven't even got all of them yet. Gonna just put B10 onto the arm and finish sliding that together. It was pretty much, building this was the exact same as the previous arm. Like, it has come out so far the exact same. Literally just some bits you do backwards. Like, those are the arms. So, yeah, that was my longest video ever to release on the channel, which was about an hour long, that was. So it was a very long video. Like, compared to, if I were to release me building this all in one, it would probably be it'd be already over an hour. Because of everything. I need C11 and C5, that's this bit. So yeah, I'm just going back to building the hands again. So I need C11 and C5, and then C12 and C4. Just like before, nothing too different. So I need C11 and C5. Yeah, so I'm just cutting off C11 here. There is a piece that seems to make another hand, but it doesn't say to build that on the instructions. It probably says it later, but I don't see it on there at all. But I see the pieces that would be used to make the hand. Perhaps it's back here. Yeah, it is. It is back here. It is C8 and C9 is used to make another hand. And if you had this in front of you, you would see what I'm talking about too. So I'm going to put these two together. I think I might do one fist, one open hand, just to show you what both would look like on the kit. So I'm just going to remove the open hand. So we are coming to the end of this video now. It is the last legs of, not the last legs, we're 2/3 of the way into the kit, I'd say, roughly. Might be able to spread this across 4 videos, might only have to do 3. It really depends on how long it takes me to do the legs. Because I could theoretically do the legs in one video, do the waist and accessories, and then the stickers in another video. You're kind of hearing me plan this as I go along. I haven't got it written down or anything. No script, all unscripted. This is just me and you guys building a kit. So, now I'm going to take, it says on the instructions here, to now put the head, the body, and the arms together. So we're going to start by taking the head, plug it on the body, like that, and that's the head on the body. Then the arms are going to plug into the sides, just like so. So this video is kind of a history lesson on the history of the Mega 76, but it's also my first kit, so there's going to be a lot more as I get into future kits. I'm going to be talking a lot more about the kit itself. Like at the moment, this is just me trying to pass the time. So that is what it looks like together. I'll swap this hand out because I think it looks better with the fists, actually, I've decided. But yeah, this is the upper body so far. And at the moment, it has looking very good. It is looking very good. And this is without the stickers that are like the body accent stickers. I've got the sheet that tells me where to put all the stuff for that right next to me. But I think I might wait to put those on for a separate video just so that when I compare this with the entry grade, it's a tiny bit more fair. And then again, I will compare it with the entry grade anyway in the review, like, aspect video where I decide on the ranking. So yeah, with like me actually building the kits, these won't go on any sort of playlist. Actually, I'll put them on a actual build videos playlist. And then for the like reviews, it'll be in like the ones, like what I rate them, it'll be in a playlist for that. Then with the announcements for the kits, that's going to be in a playlist. And then, yeah, I think that's all there really is to it. So I'm going to call it here for this part. Thank you guys so much again for watching, because it's the second part. If you haven't seen the first part, what you're doing, go back and watch it in order, because it is best with watching someone build a kit. Watch them build it from start to finish. Don't start halfway, unless there's a certain bit that you're stuck on. Like, let's say I got stuck on the left, on building the leg. First one's the right leg. So let's say I didn't know how to put I wanted to check the tolerances of just the legs. Watch the leg build. Like, because some people, they'll build it all in one, talk about it all in one, all in the same video. That's what Mecha Gokotsu does. When I say some people, I really mean Mecha Gokotsu. He's the only review Gundam channel I really watch. But that's just because I trust him. Like, you know his video where it's like, how to get started on Gunpla? Like, what is the best place to start? I watched that when I wanted to start. So, yeah, I've got that pretty much sorted. So, next time, we're going to be building the legs. So, I will see you for building the legs in the next one. Goodbye. Ooh, I just slipped.